Hello, this is Pete Marino. I'm the founder of deleGator software. It is the ultimate project manager software tool for small business. That's businesses between 5 and 250 employees with a dynamic office. In other words, a lot of projects, a lot of things on the go. And let me just give you a quick tour of it. Basically, an overview for managers. It gives them more confidence, more control, more peace of mind. Basically more understanding of what's going on at any given time, and what's understanding, a little bit deeper understanding inside of each project and mission that you have. Also for managers, gives them a little bit of accountability towards their staff. Now for staff, they like it because they have clear expectations of what's demanded of them, where generally it's just a verbal, but now it's written down and a little bit more clean and concise. They save a lot of time, and we'll get into that in a bit. A lot of free time, so maybe a third of their day is unwasted, so that really helps because now they can concentrate on what they do best rather than doing tasks that don't help anybody. That allows them to be a little bit more creative. Also, they have a near perfect memory. You don't get the I forgot thing from staff a lot because there's nothing to forget anymore. And overall, it just gives them more confidence in their job. So more expectations, clearer expectations, more confidence. And the managers love it, staff loves it. We've actually had people come up to us. This is brand new in terms of launch, but we have had an older version running for 4 years, and I have had great reply from managers, owners, and staff. Staff has actually told me they were a little bit intimidated when they first looked at it, but within like 3 days they were like, wow, this is great, easy. And owners actually have told me that their clients told them that nothing had fallen through the cracks anymore, and they're like, wow, what are you doing different in your business? There's no mistakes anymore, everything's great. And they told me that they actually told them, well, I'm using this project manager software, so it's kind of good to hear that from people, because that's why I built it. Actually, it was built from the heart. We didn't build this as a goal to make $1 gazillion and be a IPO like Facebook or something like that. It was really built from the heart. We had clients for like 6 years in manufacturing, mainly manufacturing, but construction and all kinds of different businesses that we handled in terms of our internet consulting. And we could see that everybody has a work board in their office, but it's just not good enough there in the office, and it's hard to update. And a Melmac board's not going to cut it. And there's people out in the field, there's customers and clients, and as you can see, it's a Melmac board with a work board is just not going to cut it. It's time to get into control, and it's tough enough out there in this environment without being out of control. So with that said, I'm going to go forward a little bit. Again, time is money. That is what we're after here, is to try to not waste time, and the overall thing, getting rid of that stress. Before I get started with a quick tour, I just wanted to mention that the cost is, before you have a heart attack, go, oh, this is great, how much is it? Well, it's very it's very affordable. At a cup of coffee, let's see, you started out a week and you gave your staff this miracle cup of coffee. This is a cafe latte you're looking at now, but if you gave them that type of a coffee, that's about the cost. It would last all week, and they double their productivity. So as you can see, the cost and benefit ratio is probably about 50 to 1 or 100 to 1. And there's other things too that's very hard to get into, things that we never even thought of. It's not simply, oh, it's a to-do list, oh, it's a project manager, oh, it's this. The dynamics that you get off of it in the team interaction, which I'm going to show you in a bit, actually raises things to a new level where you didn't really have this type of communication going on before. So basically, just to sum it up, confidence, control, peace of mind, understanding, just really tightening the ship, so to speak. Everybody, I know a lot of people say, well, we think we're doing a pretty good job, but once they start using this, they're like, wow, this has cleaned up everything. So it's made it a lot of fun. When you get logged in, this is actually an inside screen here. I just want to show you the first thing you want to do when you do log into your account is you want to add a user. That's right up in here, and you just click that little button, and a little bar will come across here, and you're going to type in the person's initials, their name, email, choose a password for them, and then give them a status. I'll talk about that briefly. And then if they have a Skype address, as well as their mobile with a country code. For status, it's really easy. The number 2, it's all written down here actually. 2 is the customer portal, so they can only see what they're on the team task for. So you can invite your customers into things without worrying about them seeing the entire organization. At 5, if you give anybody a level 5, those people have access to the entire to the entire task, but not to the user screen. So that's the idea there. And then we have the level 9, that's a super level. That's for people that control everything, including the user screen. They can actually see stats, they can see productivity stats and that sort of thing. So let's move right along here. How you want to go in, because this is confusing to a lot of people, but this Plus Team, that's the name of my company. So it's actually not our company, it's our team. So if you have a company, you might want different deleGator accounts, but generally for small business they have one, and that's fine. You just type in your company name here and .dgator.org. So it's a nice short little URL. But I do one better than that. I put it on my toolbar. In fact, I put it in my, this is really a good way to get started with it, is on your home page, just type in your team name, your company name, .delegator99.com in your home page. So when you load your browser up, the first thing I see is the opening page. And since the browser automatically saves usernames and passwords, I load up when I start in the morning, and then I just click one key and I'm already in. So there's really no problem with it. So I come here, I click go, and I'm in. My internet's a little slow at the moment, so okay, so now what you're looking at is my company task board here. And as a manager, I'm still seeing everything that I have in here. And it's really simple. It's who it's assigned to, what the headline is for it when it's last updated, that sort of thing. The main thing you want to do here is, of course, add task. You click add task. Here's my user screen when I go to add users. But let me just show you just how to get started. You've set up your users. You basically come here and you add a task. And once you add a task, you simply choose somebody to send it to, and you give them a task, follow up on the ROD project. Okay, and that's as simple as it is. I can just hit enter and it'll automatically insert it in there for Kim. That's her task. And then what we'll see here, let's see, here it is. So now we've added it here. And you see the due date is tomorrow, but you can always change the due date here, or as you're adding it, choose a due date, and you can choose all kinds of different things. You can alert their email, alert their mobile. You can set the priority of it. You can set whether you want an alert to your mobile, so you don't want to nag them, you want to know when it's done. So to do that, you just simply click this, and when it's marked completed, see, this is how you actually change your status. Once its status is completed, then you're automatically going to get a message saying this task has been completed. It's really nice because you can make sure things are done. The first thing you want to do, anytime you see red on the board, it means it needs your attention. So I click on it, and the first thing to do is just type in some notes here, basic notes. And that's about all you have to do. Type in your notes, put your expectations down for the task. We could spend time on how to really get the most out of, in terms of how to adding a new task. But for now, I'm just giving you an overview of it. And then the next thing I usually do is see, should we add some other people on the team, or is it just going to be Kim and myself? If it's Kim and myself, I don't have to add any other ones, but otherwise I might want to add Renee, let's say, or I might want to add Floor or Brian. And it's just it's so simple. It's all point and click, it's all web, it's all secured, 256K bit encryption, just like the banks. There's nothing to worry about. And then that'll disappear. As soon as this updates, this automatically refreshes, so you don't have to click refresh all the time. It takes 90 seconds and it'll check, is there anything changed? So every 90 seconds the board is updated for you automatically. And then I'll show you a task that you can go into. When you click that number, you notice I'm clicking the number, and then this is everything in the task. And this is an interesting example. We're a bit informal here, by the way, but you can be as formal as you want. But this is all the details, like opening of a folder. It's got everything in there. We've got all of our shared attachments. You can even have, it's got auto preview highlighter in it. It's just so convenient. Even Corel drawings or Excel spreadsheets you can put in there. Any type of file you want, basically, you can put in there. And then the key part here, where all the action happens, is the dialogue between the team members, between all the different team members up here that we have. And then there's various dialogue. We even have we have voice. Okay, let me just stop that. So an example of voice. We can also do video with each other, emoticons. We even can embed Little emoticons are kind of cute there, because you're trying to keep it focused but also relaxed, and that's the best productivity to have. Focused but relaxed at the same time, not tense and uptight and overwhelmed. And everything's in here so you can kind of relax and really focus on where you need to be. Links, automatically links, click up in here. Even YouTubes we can even embed. This is one of our team members. He's the graphics guy that plays the guitar, and so I put it in there and everybody's like, wow, wow, it's really great. Even clients from out in the field get to know our team better. And it's nice too because there's so many things here that I could show you. We even have blogging feature, like sometimes customers come in, they give us good ideas, or they actually start off a conversation. And so what we like to do is just click here, and then we edit it up, and it makes for a great PR piece, a great blogging piece that started inside the company. We call it like back office blogging. It's kind of cool. And then I'm just going to go back to the grid, see how easy that is. Just click a button there. So you're just surfing around in here. There's a lot of different features. I'm not going to show you all the features. You get your own intercom, which is kind of nice because now it can, no matter anywhere in the world, you can get people into live meetings, and of course it's voice test 1 2 3. You can see us on. I think I'm the only one. It's odd hours right now, but so you have this intercom available. We don't rely too heavily on it. It's more for an urgent thing, or hey, let's meet on the intercom and hash this out. But a lot of stuff is now hashed out in here where it's all archivable, searchable. It just gives you total control. You don't feel, because we were running, and I've had this business for about 14 years. I've been in IT, and we've only been running this ourselves for like the last year and a half. We've had other customers running for 4 years, and we said, let's just try it ourselves, after actually developing it. And it's just fantastic because we have so much on the go that it's just, I can't imagine going back to the way it was before. It's like one of those things where, until you actually do it, or like we were talking fax machines, and then nobody had one, then everybody had one, and then the internet, and what do you use the internet for? I'm not into these computers. And now it's like, what do you mean you don't have an email? So it's like that. It's fantastic. There's